Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again with another reaction for you guys. Today, guys, I'm checking out the very first episode of Harley Quinn, the animated series, of course, on DC Universe. This episode is entitled Till Death Do Us Part. Now, I've heard so many great things about this animated series. People are telling me, you need to check it out, you need to check it out. Have you checked it out yet? Have you checked it out yet? I haven't until right now. Now, I did see the trailers before, of course, the show aired, and I thought the trailers were pretty solid. They were going a little bit crazy, like some pretty violent stuff there, some language, but hey, it's fine because, you know, they can do whatever the fuck they want because it's DC Universe and they want to kind of switch it up because we've already seen Titans go that direction of dropping fuck all this time. So it's okay if they want to go a little darker for this animated show, and I think it fits for Harley Quinn. I remember when the show was even first potentially like announced, like it wasn't officially announced, but there was like these rumors and rumblings of this show coming to DC Universe, that they were going to be doing it, that people were talking about how Margot Robbie, of course, live action Harley Quinn, voicing the character again, of course, in this animated series. Didn't end up happening. Not sure if that was ever even a thing they were going to do, or if they were going to completely, you know, separate from what they were doing in the live action and not have any association and just do a different version entirely. But it was interesting to think about that. But then I was thinking, okay, Tara Strong, okay, she's not, of course, she's not the original voice of Harley Quinn, but Tara Strong is really known for that voice. I mean, taking over the role and making it her own, but also paying homage to the original actress who did it. And I forget her name on top of the head. I'm very sorry about that. I know I should remember that name, and I'll definitely look it up to make sure I get that name. And her name, Arlene Sorkin. I can't believe I forgot that name. I'm very stupid. Very sorry about that. She's the original voice, but I was thinking maybe Tara Strong, since Arlene, I think, at this point is not doing the character anymore, because that's why they gave Tara Strong the role. But didn't end up happening either. So I think it's the someone from Big Bang Theory or something. I think he's voicing it now. But I've heard so many great things. People saying that it really is crazy and hectic, and the show is just bonkers to watch. So I can't wait to jump in the first episode and check it out right now. So here we go, guys. The first episode of Harley Quinn, the animated series, Till Death Do Us Part. Let's go.
Party's over, you pieces of shit! This is my money now, so back the fuck off!
Okay. Jesus. Okay.
But your friend Rupert just couldn't. Now we're gonna kill
Oh my God. Jesus.
I can't spend my whole life just bashing goons.
Woohoo!
Joke's on you, Joker.
Hey.
This guy.
Yep.
You'll never take us alive. Hey, but what if I get sent to Arkham?
Then you won't spend even a single night. I'll break you out, my
Okay.
I swear.
Oh,
He's gone.
cute when he's escaping.
No.
On the chemo.
How long is he gonna keep doing this?
You're a festering boil, Quinn. A bed sore. A tapeworm that sets up shop in Gotham Flowers. Jim. All right.
That's when Mr. J proposed.
Mm.
Do us part.
To death. Okay.
You're going to Arkham for life. Why are we laughing?
I don't know why they're laughing.
Because you said for life. And as sure as I am that he fucks bats,
Okay.
I know I'm gonna work
Okay.
out of Arkham before I
This
spend
is funny.
a single...
Riddler. Killer Croc. She's still waiting.
Oh, Mr. J?
It's okay, Daddy. I brought you this cactus to keep you covered.
Oh my God.
No plant life within 50 yards.
No plants. Oh, poison ivy. Yeah.
When do your dad doesn't remember your birthday?
You know, I prefer to think of it as a vat of freedom sauce.
Oh man, this show. Holy fuck.
I am today.
Is he coming?
He quit after a week. Very unprofessional.
Really, Frank? What if his parents go?
He quit after a week? Jesus.
I'm out of here.
We'll be right back. Okay.
Psychiatrist. I need some help with the patient. Oh, then sure, shoot.
I'm gonna take a guess that the picture is talking to you.
Tell her yes, but to stay
Tell her
out of
yes.
it because we are making progress. The picture
Okay.
says stay out of it because it's making progress. That's it? Just, hey, Harley, you left me in Arkham for a year. You abandoned me. You lied to me.
Yep.
But this is the last time. I am here
Is it?
to break up with you.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
She's leaving you. No, she's not.
What the hell are you talking about?
Yes, no, please continue with your bullshit.
The world's gone mad since you've been. Oh, screw it. I'll die for you any day. I'm in.
Really?
He's in.
Ew.
Oh no. Ugh.
The fuck?
Yeah.
Just happened?
What the fuck just happened?
I'm sorry. It's gonna get real gross real quick.
Jim, I wasn't playing with it. It's the riddle. Well, I do love my Reese. All right, kill him. But it's legally blonde or I'm out.
It's Sweet Home Alabama.
This day sucks.
This day sucks.
Don't find these layers. I got some notes on your show.
It's over. Wait a minute. What are you doing here?
Exactly. What are you doing here? Oh.
So you don't have a riddle so funny it makes people's brains explode?
No.
I knew it.
No.
Get away with
I
it.
knew it.
If there's no riddle, why are we here?
To play a little game. Choose one to live and one to die.
Oh.
But I couldn't possibly let this punctuation break. Credit for killing Batman, now could I? Free the bat! Drop the broad!
I knew it. Knew it.
Till death do us part.
But that's not what really happened, is it? No, shit.
Oh.
Let me do it in my memory. It's my memory too, dummy.
Till death do us part.
Because he didn't say it to you. It was him all along, wasn't it?
Okay.
Ivy, you saved me from the acid.
It's actually just margarita mix.
Yeah, something was up with that. Like, what?
Okay, I did my part. So we're square.
I care about you so much that I spent my entire Saturday setting up something this fucking stupid.
That's true.
It's
But it
fucking
wasn't
stupid.
easy. You know,
Jokergram. Knew you'd
Jokergram.
figure it out. Let's forget the past. I send this idiot to shout. Let's.
goddamn right you are.
Like I'll kidnap the mayor of Gotham and I'll put him in a missile and I'll just like shoot
missile.
it at the moon.
Okay.
Unless he names a highway after me, huh? Okay. I'm actually still workshopping that.
Harley? Oh, is that you?
It's me, dickhead. By the
Dickhead.
way, that's also the Wi-Fi password.
What is? It's me, dickhead, or just me, dickhead? It doesn't matter.
Damn, there's a lot of guys. Oh, shit. Ooh. Damn. Damn. Good fight sequences. Oh, shit. Another one of those. There you go. Damn. Okay. Good first episode. Wow. This freaking show is so goddamn bonkers. And that's something that I heard about, but I didn't know it was this extent in terms of how crazy it is. It's really damn funny. This is a really damn funny show, at least so far for this first episode. I like the fact, first of all, that I think the voice is pretty good for Harley. I think the voice for Joker is pretty good as well. And it kind of reminds me of the plot, what they've kind of showed off in the trailers for Birds of Prey, where Harley and Joker are broken up. That's mainly because they didn't want Jared Leto, or Jared Leto wasn't available, whatever, and they decided to go this direction of Harley getting away from Joker. But regardless, so in this, Joker just leaves Harley get captured by Batman on that ship and is placed in Arkham for a year. And he's like, oh, I have something tonight, but I'll break out for breakfast. A year goes by. So she befriends Poison Ivy, and Calendar Man is there, which is pretty interesting. Also Riddler, which he has more of a role in this episode. Man-Bat was in there. I think it was all Deadshot, Killer Croc, a variety of different characters in the Arkham scenes. And I really enjoyed the humor. I like the fact that there was that moment where that kid brought a cactus and they burned it, and then that guy's like, no wonder why your dad doesn't remember your birthday. Just like, holy shit. And I like the humor with Batman too. I think it was interesting how they kind of handled that, because where fucking Jim, which by the way, they made Gordon fucking kind of a little bit crazy a little bit. He's like laughing at shit. He's like getting angry at stuff that's not important, and Batman has to get him back on track. I think it was interesting. He's playing with the bat signal, and he's like, He's like, oh, I wasn't playing with it. I wasn't playing with the bat signal. And Batman quickly, quick cuts to Batman, and it cuts away again. I think it was really cool how they did some of the humor with the visual aspect of it like that, because it was such a quick cut to Batman going, because he's like, I'm not playing with the bat signal. It was funny. I think it's pretty damn good. And I think it was interesting how Poison Ivy was the one to kind of push Harley to finally get to that point to getting away from Joker, because she's like, he doesn't love you. And then having her talk to herself with an image of Harleen Quinzel, psychiatrist, with Poison Ivy, and that black and white image of Harley hanging upside down, talking to herself as a psychiatrist, and understanding she diagnosed herself with being with the Joker. And Poison Ivy, I think it's really smart how they had this thing where Riddler's going to do this live broadcast. He's going to tell a riddle or something so funny that it kills people, or a joke, or whatever it is. I think it was a joke. But it was all set up by, of course, Riddler helping Poison Ivy, because they got Batman, Harley hanging up over acid. It was margarita mix or something like that. And had Joker choose who dies, Batman or Harley. Now, here's something, too. Batman was chasing Joker after Harley was falling into the acid. Batman probably would have saved Harley. But they made this, but they had to go through with Harley falling in, for her, of course, not to actually die, but this whole thing of where till death do us part, which is what she spoke earlier about, he proposed. Turns out, her vision and her memory was completely false. It was actually him handing her a grenade, not a ring. She was handcuffed, and there was not violinist playing a song, and he proposed. They were actually part of his squad, his gang or whatever, Joker squad, whatever. And Batman is walking up, and he said, till death do us part, because he's actually so infatuated with the Batman. I think it's an interesting direction, because we've seen this before, where they have it to where Joker and Batman are going to just be fighting forever. Like, that is just going to be the ultimate rivalry that will never end. And for having Harley intertwined in it, and for her to finally realize that I need to get out of it, is pretty smart. Now, the language is way over the top, a lot of F-bombs, all that kind of shit. It doesn't really bother me per se, because the way they set it up in this show is that it is hyper violent. A lot of violence, a lot of exploding, a lot of body parts, guts, all that kind of shit. Some of it I was like, Jesus Christ, but now I understand the kind of direction and kind of the landscape of what they're doing here. So it's definitely not Batman the Animated Series. It's definitely not, the animated series we were used to watching, like Justice League and Superman, all that kind of stuff. This is completely different. And I like the direction. I like the fact that they're making it hyper violent and hyper language oriented with, like, you motherfuckers, it just, and no holding back. It's just like, we're going to go balls to the wall fucking crazy with this show. And I think that's why people are really enjoying it, is that they're not holding back. Because this they could have easily made this show a little bit more pulled back in a sense of language and violence, and just told a more, a more realistic story, I guess, of Harley Quinn. But they decided to go, let's just go super bonkers with it, because we're gonna put a lot of humor. We're gonna be hyper violent with it. We're just gonna we're gonna set a different tone than what people are expecting, and we're just gonna go crazy. We're gonna make it a TVMA. We're just gonna fucking balls out. And they really succeeded with that. I like the new look that Harley has. It really reminds me, of course, of the live action version a little bit with the hair. And I think that I'm interested to see what they're going to do with this, because if we've already set up Gotham in a sense, we've set up Poison Ivy, other villains as well. Of course, we really set up a lot of Harley. Of course, he's the main focus. We set up a lot of Joker. So I'm curious to see where we're going to go from here in terms of, like, what is Harley gonna, like, what is her plan? Because that whole thing where she's like, I'm going to kidnap the mayor, and I'm going to strap him to a missile. I'm going to fire him to the moon unless he names a highway after me. And it's like, I'm still workshopping that, but, like, what's her goal? Is her and Poison Ivy going to team up and do stuff together? I have no real idea. All I know is that I really enjoyed this episode. Had to get used to, of course, the over-the-top violence and the over-the-top language at times, but now I understand the kind of tone and what they're going with for the show, so it's not really going to bother me moving forward, because, I'm used to it now. It's one of those things where you're used to the characters in a certain format, and you're used to them in a certain way, and then you see them in a different medium, a different tone. They're doing something different with characters you love, and it's something that, for me, I have to get used to, because I'm used to seeing, them not being not this brutal, so I have to get used to the fact. But I think it's interesting to see this, and I'm curious about the more of the humor, because I think that this show could have easily failed. It could have easily failed with what they're trying to do, but I think they handled it pretty damn well. And, you know, they're not, and the tone didn't really shift. I think that's probably what really made it work, is that it wasn't like the show had different tones and different feels throughout the whole episode, where at one point it's like this, and at one point now we're going this direction. They're keeping with the same kind of vision, and so there's not a lot of things to where you're confused on parts, because certain scenes don't match in other scenes. It all matches up, and I think it's pretty damn good. So, what you guys think of the first episode of Harley Quinn, the animated series? Curious to know your thoughts, guys. Let me know in the comment section below, guys. I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out.